Hello everyone, welcome to another edition of Meta Tuesdays here in Arena Underground. This week we are playing Temur Creation, or TheNewDrSpilikin in this case, in Best of 1 Standard. As always, if you enjoy our content, please make sure to click that like and subscribe button below. It's a way to support the channel for free. First and foremost, I want to give a big shout out to TheNewDrSpilikin. This was the first time I saw this list being showcased online. I think somebody else maybe was playing this during the pre-release. We actually tested a version of just Temur Creation with several variations of cards in it, but I think this list, I did make a few slight changes, but I did enjoy playing this right out of the bat, and I think this is one of the new standard Ikoria list that actually has potential in the standard meta, maybe as a tier 2 deck, but could be a tier 1 deck as well at some point. In any case, it's a really fun list. So this list revolves around 2 cards, basically Song of Creation, what we see here. And let's change this. Alright, yeah, Song of Creation, which is the new enchantment from Ikoria, says you may play an additional land on each of your turns. Whenever you cast a spell, draw 2 cards, and at the beginning of your end step, discard your hand. So how does this combo deck, burn deck, works? Basically, you want to get your Song of Creation on the battlefield, and ideally, you want to have a Runaway Stimkin as well. So you want to make sure you play your Runaway Stimkin at a time that it's going to be safe from removal, if that's possible, or, you know, safe from counters as well. So you want to make sure you have these 2 things going on. You don't necessarily need Runaway Stimkin to win, but it's most likely you're going to win 100% of the times if you are able to keep a Song of Creation and a Runaway Stimkin on the battlefield. So you get Song of Creation down, you have a Runaway Stimkin potentially, you start discarding stuff to Cathartic Reunion, Thrill of Possibility, Merchant of the Veil. You can discard things like Arc-like Phoenix, which is another finisher for this list. But mainly, you want to be casting stuff, growing your Runaway Stimkin, using it to create more mana in order to cast your burn spells, your shocks, also cast your electrostatic fields, which pings your opponent every time you play a instant or sorcery. So if you have you get one of these on the battlefield, you start playing shocks, you start playing Bone Crusher Giants to the face, you ping your opponent at the same time, and you keep doing this over and over again. Also, at some point, you're gonna get your Arc-like Phoenixes back from the graveyard on that combat step to attack and win the game. So you're gonna see how we just comboed out in most of the games, and their opponent just concedes at some point because they know there's no stopping this combo once it starts. So yeah, again, really cool list. Thank you to TheNewDrSpilikin. I'm going to leave a link down below in the description to his channel, so you guys can check that his channel as well. Go subscribe, just support any of the good content creators that are out there. But in the meantime, we're going to show you some games, and we hope you guys enjoy. Have a good one. Alright guys, we are playing TheNewDrSpilikin in Best of 1 Standard this week. So, let's see, we do have 2 of our lands, some stuff here that we can start casting. Not great, but we'll keep it since we go first. So we can play our Triumph here, Temur Triumph, that is. And we are playing against Fires of Invention. Nope, this is the Garuda. Okay. Let's see who gets to go off first. So we need to start our Song of Creation good stuff thing before they play their Garuda here. Alright, land is good. We do like lands. I guess we do play Runaway Stimkin, see if it survives a turn here. This deck doesn't necessarily play like turn 2 removal, so we'll find out. Incubation Druid, that's good. That gets them closer to their Garuda here. So we're going to play land, and can we do multiple things? This is 1, this is 2. Guess we do Thrill first. Get rid of a Song of Creation. Our opponent's gonna know what we're trying to do here. Alright, this is sort of nice. We get to kill this Incubation Druid and put them a turn behind from casting their Garuda. Attack for 3. Opponent goes down to 17. We're still hoping our Runaway Stimkin surviving here. Alright, this is good. We can Temple of Abandon, Scry, keep the land. I believe we can attack first. We're not going to see a block from our opponent. That is fine. So we get to... Let's do a light up the stage first. Draw those cards. Can't really play the Steam Vents yet, so we have to do this. Play Song of Creation. Resolves. Runaway Stimkin goes to 2. Play the land. I think we get rid of Red Cap melee, although I do want to try and kill this Paradise Druid. Nope, guess we're going to do this. Get rid of this Red Cap melee. Shock our opponent. Alright, awesome. We then get to play Thrill possibility. Get rid of Art like Phoenix. Draw a couple of cards. Then let's see, is that it? I guess that's it, right? We play our Shock. Draw a couple more cards, and we go from there. Hope we survive next turn. Alright, Arc like Phoenixes go to the graveyard. Opponent is down to 10. So they can play this, and they can bring something... Ooh, they play a tap land. Okay. Let's see what's next. We do have a Merchant of the Veil we're going to play next turn. We see a Thassa. Okay. So we could still win this turn. We are going to first scry here to see what we're going to draw. We don't need any more lands, so let's send that to the bottom. Let's cast this Merchant to get our Runaway Stimkin going. Okay, that's good. So we can now Bone Crush their face. We should have attacked first with our Runaway Stimkin, but that's fine. We are not trying to win by doing that. Alright. Play Stumpkin Ground. Play Electrostatic Field. Draw a couple of cards. A Runaway Stimkin grows. Short Thrill of Possibility, or I think we just Merchant, get rid of Merchant. Opponent goes down to 7. Actually, we get rid of... Huh. Let's get rid of Cathartic Reunion. Alright, Runaway Stimkin is nice. I guess we go on the attack first. Our opponent needs to block here. We're also gonna get all our stuff back, so I think we're fine. Play Stimkin. Grow the Stimkin. Nice. Let's see, we can play Shock. And that leaves us, yep, should be fine. Play Shock. Grow our Stimkins. And we have the combo going on. This should be a win, guys. We could just play this. Alright, Temur Burn. Good game, opponent. Alright guys, we are playing Temur Creation in best of 1 standard. We go first, but this hand, it's not great. We do get to discard our Phoenix at some point, but... Alright, we're gonna try it, but unfortunately it depends how fast our opponent deck really is. We're gonna pay 2 here and maybe try to shock something. Alright, opponent plays Temple of the Seed, so this might be like the Mere Flash, which is not a top tier deck, but people do enjoy playing it, apparently. Okay, we're gonna go with Temple of Abandon, keep our Stimkin here. Pass the turn. So it is a little bit... Alright, opponent just plays a tapped castle, so that's good for us. It's really good, actually. That means we might be able to get our Stimkin down here. And it might survive. Okay, we're gonna pass. Let's see if they have removal here for Stimkin, or if they're gonna choose to just pass and play a creature next turn. They might also be out of lands, being that they had 2 tap lands in hand. Alright, here we see the Watery Grave. Cool. They're just gonna send that back to our hand. Okay, that's fine. Alright, very well. Opponent, very well. We are just going to replay this and pass the turn. We do need to draw more lands, so let's see what our opponent does here. They might have another Brazen Borrower in hand, which is definitely annoying, but not the worst. Yep, that's another Brazen Borrower. Sure. Alright, we don't get to do anything, so we'll replay our Runaway Stimkin. Pass the turn again. Okay, we see a Watery Grave. Shock themselves to 18. We are going to pass this time. Very well. Okay. So, what do we want to do? We could Cathartic Reunion, but not really the best thing here. I think we just pass and let our opponent do its thing. Let's see, what is their thing? Must be one of these Brazen Borrowers, right? That's one. We're going to aim to shock that, though. They could quench this, not really great, but we'll let them make some decisions there. Alright, that's that. Pass the turn again, no need to tell our opponent what we're trying to do. Alright, very good. So in this case, we are going to go for the attack. See if they play their shark. They could have the 5/4 shark. Yeah, they go with DrSpilikin. Okay. So what do we want to do here? We can Bone Crush and then shock. Now we have our Stimkin going, which is nice. We can Cathartic Reunion, discard Cathartic Reunion and Arc-like Phoenix. Draw a couple of cards, one of them is land, that is good. So we can now guess we can shock them, or we could just light up the stage. Opponent says good game. Not sure the game is over, but we are going to do our best here. We did draw the Song of Creation, so it depends on our opponent now if they're going to allow us to do that. I think they should just pass and aim to counter, but they are not going to do that apparently. So we are just gonna go attacking with our runaway Stimking. And so if we try to do any of these things, I think they're going to counter our Song of Creation here. So I guess it doesn't matter. We still get Runaway Stimkin going, so yep, they go with the Shark, and Shark doesn't do anything. Counter target artifact or enchantment. Okay. We're just going to shock our opponent and light up the stage for 1. Should be able to win here. Hope so. Play land, play electrostatic field, draw more cards, play land, shock our opponent, draw more cards. Alright, and that's game. Good game, Temur Flash. Okay guys, we are playing Temur Creation in best of 1 standard. Unfortunately, don't think we can keep this hand. We are missing our land drop, so we are going to mulligan that beautiful hand and keep this one. Alright, I guess we can send the Merchant to the bottom here. Keep the Arc-like Phoenix to discard it later on. Alright. And we are playing against something with blue. Oh, okay. I don't think we're gonna redcap melee this turn, so we're just gonna play this tapped. Don't need to shock ourselves, because again, I don't think we're gonna redcap melee anytime soon. We see the forest, and this is Simic Flash, apparently. Thrill of Possibility is an instant. That's good. We're going to pass the turn and see what our opponent does here. Hopefully they play some sort of creature that we can kill, or they did not. They just passed the turn. And I'm assuming they're going to do the same thing here. Alright, we are going to Thrill now, see if they want to counter that. Get rid of the Phoenix. We don't, I mean, we do care about things getting countered, but at the same time... Ooh, it doesn't get a counter. Cool. So these red cut melees are a bit annoying, right? But, I mean, I'm still glad to have them. I think we do go ahead and get rid of this Cunning Night Wonder, just because it's allowing things to get play early on. So... and getting rid of that is fine. Next turn, we play our Bone Crusher and go from there. Opponent passes. They don't have any other... Oh. Okay. So maybe we do... Interesting options. I think we do Electrostatic Field here. Because we can play Bone Crusher Giant, but it's not an amazing play. I don't believe we're going to win with Bone Crusher Giant. I'd rather our opponent do this. Alright, take some of our lands. Okay. Passes the turn. Alright. So now we do go for Bone Crusher Giant. Again, see if they have more counters. We don't mind all these things being countered. We rather our Song of Creation come to the battlefield later on. Safe and sound. They go with Neutralize. That's fine. There goes another counter. They are waiting for their lands. They haven't found them, so that's good for us. think we just play Art-like here, and we see again if they have more counters. We see a Wildborn per server. That seems fine. And they go with Unsummon. Okay. So, what do we do here? I think... I wonder if we should still keep this Wildborn per server. Alright, obviously that's gonna happen. We let that go. Maybe get hit for 2 here, potentially. They found their land, so now they're gonna be able to play their wolf, etc. We're gonna take this 2, I think, for now. And now... we're gonna play Electrostatic Field. See if our opponent play something here to grow their per server or not. Alright. Are they gonna pass? Alright, we see the Ambusher. That's good. So now we get to do a couple of things. First, we're gonna kill this per server. Then we are going to Redcap Melee this Ambusher, get rid of a mountain here. Obviously they could have another Ambusher, but we still have our Redcap Melee, our second version of it. Alright, very cool. So I think we can just Bone Crush here and wait and see what our opponent does. We go with Frilled Mystic. Okay. That is fine because Frilled Mystic doesn't get past our 0-4, so that's that. I think we just pass the turn here. Sure. Alright, opponent passes. Cool, very cool. So now, I think we go with Thrill possibilities. We can also Runaway Stimkin, but I don't really want these things to get counter. Alright, let's go with Thrill possibility. And get rid of the Arc-like Phoenix. See what happens here. We do have 2 cards we can play. We already discarded the Phoenix, so that means the Phoenix is coming back regardless of what happens. We're going to draw a couple of cards, so they're not going to go about rampaging, apparently. Okay, let's light up the stage now. See if they want to counter that. They do not counter that. Alright, they see the Song of Creation, so this is a good time to go Merchant of the Veil. Get rid of our Stomping Ground. Draw Giganta, okay, and pass the turn here. See if they have another Wolf in hand. We got 2 Phoenixes back. That's nice. Opponent is trying to figure out what's happening here. They seem to have forgotten about the Phoenixes. They go with Wolf. We don't really mind the Wolf being played. We are attacking with both of our Phoenixes. And we are red capping this Nightpack Ambusher. Getting rid of Mountain. Pass the turn, opponent's down to 8. So we are outdoing our Simic Flash opponent. It's nice. I think Electrostatic Field was the main card here. allowing us to do all these shenanigans. I don't think we care about them countering the Song of Creation at this point. Opponent goes down to 2 from the Arclight Phoenixes. They could have a Brazen Borrower for protection. That is a thing they could have. Alright, goes down to 2. So I think we are going to Runaway Stimkin and see if they want to counter that, and then Thrill of Possibility. And our opponent concedes. So yeah, we could have played Song Creation, but our opponent was down to 2. I think it was better there to just try and kill them. Good game, Simic Flash. Alright guys, we are playing Temur Creation, or maybe Temur Burn. Depends on how you want to see this. And we can't keep this hand, unfortunately. We don't have enough lands. This is just slightly better. So we're going to keep this, send a electrostatic field to the bottom here. Although if we are playing against red, I might want to keep that. Interesting options. Alright, let's send Stomping Ground to the bottom. Let's see what happens. We are going to scry here with Temple of Abandon. We're going to keep the Merchant because it's a way for us to discard stuff, which we like doing. And we are playing against Mono White aggro. Now, I'm not sure how this is going to go. We're trying to burn our opponent, and they are gaining life every turn, so not great. Now, maybe we should have left a land available for killing a Johnny, but they play tapped land, so yep. Guess we can do that next turn. Alright, we don't get a land ourselves. Do we care about a Johnny coming down or not? I think we play Runaway Stimkin, because if Runaway Stimkin survives, that is nice thing. Now we're going to find out soon enough if that's going to be the case. Opponent should now understand that we are playing some sort of burn deck. Alright, we see the third land. They shug themselves to play Heliod. That's nice. And they pass. Okay, very interesting. Very interesting. So I guess we just shock this Alcid here and grow our Runaway Stimkin. Aim to Red Cap melee something next turn. Not quite sure if that's what we want to be doing, but alright, let's do this. I think I want to draw some sort of land here, so we are going to do this. And draw 2. Let's get rid of Electrostatic. Alright, we get another Merchant. It's not exactly what we wanted. Alright, so I think our opponent might be playing like Boros Winota. And we see a tapped Winds card, Crag. And let's see what else. Oh, nothing else. Okay. Well, we still don't get our land. It's pretty bad. We're going to try the Thrill Possibility here just because our Runaway Stimkin, it's now in a good spot. Let's get rid of that. Grow the Runaway Stimkin. Draw 2 cards. Let's see what we find here. We are hoping for untapped lands. Okay, that is an untapped source, so that we like. We are going to go in for the attack. Alright, opponent goes down. So what do we want to do here? I think we just passed the turn. Not sure we want to be playing this Bone Crusher Giant right now. I'd rather maybe kill something with Shock and Bone Crusher if need be, other than playing Red Cap melee, so We see Luminous. Yeah, that's something we definitely want to get rid of. So we see the Broodmoth comes down. They are going to pass, so in that case, we are going to shock Luminous. Yep, definitely want to get rid of that. It's possible we didn't want to waste both of our spells there, but don't really mind this happening. We can now Bone Crush, get our Runaway Stimkin to be a 4-mana spell. They could have a Shatter the Sky, I'm not quite sure, but it's possible, so I think we just pass the turn and wait and see what happens here. We might have our opponent down with lethal from what we have in hand. It all depends. We see, yep, we see Winota. We knew that was coming down. Question is, do they have something else? They don't, so that means we get to get rid of Winota and win the game that way. No Song of Creation, but it seems fine. Yep, good game. Borrows Winota deck list. Okay guys, we are playing Temur Creation, or Temur Burn, and this is definitely a keep, right? We don't have any Scrylands, but seems like we could survive. We also need our discard spells to come up at some point. Alright, we're going to start with our Stomping Ground tapped. Or maybe we pay 2 and see what our opponent's playing. If you're playing mono red, we definitely want to shock whatever they play first. Could also want to shock Healer's Hawk or Alcid from mono white, but we see an island, so okay. Well, let's shock and play Runaway Stimkin. See if that survives. Alright, we see another island, so this is definitely some sort of flash counter mono blue deck. Opponent seems to be going for a Brazen Borrower or thinking to Brazen Borrower. Okay, they're gonna do that, which removes all abilities. That's good, opponent. It's pretty good. We are not gonna say it's not, so we are going to shock you and light up the stage and see what we find. We find more lands, we find another shock. Okay. I guess we keep the shock and pass the turn. Our opponent found themselves very fancy there with a Mystic Subdual. Sure thing, opponent. We're not really trying to win with this, but if that is your thing, that's good for you. Now, we could have left those spells for later, but I think this is fine. Let that resolve opponent's Surveils here. So this is mono blue counters, and that's cool. We're going to attack them for -1, just to make a point here. Alright, we're going to Temple of Abandon to scry here. See what we can find. We're going to keep the Merchant. It's a way for us to start scrying. So what we are going to try to do is to set up a turn where we can discard Arc-like Phoenix and get it back on the battlefield. See if that's possible. We see a Cunning Nightbonder. That's fine, because we're going to get rid of that. Not that it's the most amazing play ever, but okay. Yeah, I mean, that's good. That's pretty good. Yep, mono blue counters. Very cool, very cool. Alright, let's play our Steam Vents to shock ourselves. Start sending Art-like Phoenixes to the graveyard. See if our opponent wants to counter this or not. That would be cool. They go with Brineborn Cutthroat. Okay. We're going to discard the Phoenix. We get a Runaway Stimkin. Let's play Merchant of the Veil and see if... Alright, that gets played. And this gets played. Cool. So at least we do have blockers here. Let's see how our opponent decides to attack. Alright, no attacks. That's cool. Very cool. So I think just... Oh. I wonder if we should just light up the stage here. We could just attack with the Merchant of the Veil as well. See if they wanna trade or something. Alright, no trades. It's fine, meaning we get to light up the stage here. You see Ashok, okay. Still grow our Runaway Stimkin, so... we're gonna go for it. If they have a counter, they have a counter. Not much we can do there. No counter. Alright. They still might have like a Brazen Borrower in hand, which would be annoying to give us back our Song of Creation, but other than that, we might be okay here. We could just block with this opponent. It's not a big deal. Sure. Alright, I guess we get to play Arc-like Phoenix. Not too amazing, but it still triggers Song of Creation. Which is our whole thing. We see the Voracious. It's gonna counter the Arc-like Phoenix, but still get our triggers from that. So we get to play the land. We can thrill possibility, so that was a misplay there. Let's see. I guess we can undo. Cool. We then get to pass the turn, I guess. Discard a card, draw a card. Alright, we could do that. Paid 3. I'm not understanding what's going on here. Resolves. Alright, now we draw the Stimkin. We get to play another Runaway Stimkin. Draw some more cards. Let's see if we find anything good here. Another Merchant, it's okay. Alright, so we can play this. Draw a couple more cards. We need to discard something, I guess. Temple of Epiphany. Nice, we get to play the Mountain. And Merchant of the Veil. We are in the race with time. That is a thing that's happening here, guys. Resolves. We get rid of Thrill possibility. We get a land. Play Electrostatic Field. Alright, let's see if we can do this, guys. We need to win the race against time. Red Cap Millie, we like that. Get rid of the 5/4. Grow the Runaway Stimkins. Ping our opponent. So the combo is going. Sacrifice a land. Short. That one, submit. Alright. We are going to hit our opponent for 2. Alright, we should be able to win from here, I'm pretty sure. We are also going to get our Phoenixes back, so that's nice. Draw more cards, sure. Play another Runaway Stimkin. Let's see if our opponent has enough of what we're trying to do here or not. Alright. Cathartic. Get rid of these lands. Mid 2, draw more cards, grow our runaway Stimkins. Ping our opponent, get some more cards. Yep. Play Electrostatic Field. Yep, grow the Stimkins. Bone Crush our opponent. And I think we're going to leave it there and go to battle here. And our opponent concedes. Alright, good game, Mono Blue Flash. That was all for today. Please make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and click the bell icon if you want to get notified whenever we upload new videos. Have a good one.